So, apparently, we got into a little altercation online last night with my boy, Little Bleach Dog, and apparently he does not like my theories. And all I was saying was basically, we're not all the same, the races. It's obvious, but no, Dave Welsh, Chicago Whitehawks says something about us being evolving different and shit, and being in different habitats, natural climates, and ecosystems, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, which is some bullshit. That'd be like saying that the NBA is racist against white people, because we're all the same. We all grew up in the same climate. So how the fuck they only pick black people? In the NHL, for that matter. You know what I mean? It's stupid. I was just making a stupid analogy about basically the jungle being a Garden of Eden that produced food in abundance, making it easier to survive. Therefore, you don't have to work as hard for your food like these fucking ancestors of mine living in Scandinavia, where there's like fucking there ain't no fucking wild boars and pigs running around. You might get some sheep, and you gotta tend to that herd. There's not wild cattle grazing on the savannah. There's no savannah. You gotta learn how to make a fish. You gotta learn how to beer. They made beer. They made barley. They made wheat. That's all I'm saying. What is so wrong about that? But then he goes on, tells me I'm a bigot. Here, I'll do this really quick. I'll summarize this story for you. I hope you watch this on Bleachy. I hope you watch. Black people and me have grown up together. Maybe it's because I think I'm a nigger. I get to act like one. Like, what's the fun if you can't act like one? I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what's going on up here. I just talk. I don't know. So, a woman named Dr. Margaret Burroughs. You can look her up. She started the first African-American museum in the world, 3806 South Michigan. Her son was my best friend. He brought me to his mom's house. I lived with his mom for 3 years, rent-free, from age 19 to 22. Okay? She saved my life. On Christmas one year, she gave me like $500 in an envelope. I didn't see that one coming, but I didn't have shit coming for me on Christmas. You know, I felt like I had a family, okay? As much of one as I could have had at that point in time, because I was running and gunning. So was my buddy. Pretty hard. She saved my life. Who knows what would have happened if she hadn't took me into that former museum. It's the original DuSable. They moved it now, but she started it. She was a communist in the 70s. Later on became a civil rights. She knew King. She knew Obama. You know, my best friend was black. So, you know, whatever. But it's like the same guys who want to call everybody racist. The same guy who gets called racist lived in the first African-American museum. Enough of that. I'm sick of having to explain. I don't want to explain myself. You know, this guy goes and gets all emotional on me. And then I say, whatever, bro. You know, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, Matt, you're sorry, but you want to fight with me. I saw this coming, Lil Bleach. Matt, I saw it. I could just tell, bro, there's something you're angry about. And I'm not an angry person like that. I do get angry for disrespect. And you got on my nerves. And I got a little angry at the end, and I wanted to break your nose. Had you have been in front of me, I don't think we would have been talking like that. Me and you, we don't do that in person. I don't think, if we were in person. We don't do that, bro. We shouldn't do that on the phone. But you want to act all white knight for the black community. The same people who don't respect you. Do you think these people... You're the first person to hang out with some black guys, to have cool black friends, invite them in your house, and they steal all your Jordans because they don't respect you. I'm not saying this to be mean. They walked out with your shoes. Well, how many pairs of shoes was it? And then you went out and you bought them all back with your own money? You tell me, like, what the fuck is that? Is that supposed to prove something? That's like saying, yeah, they beat my ass, and then, you know what? I went to the hospital and paid the medical bill with my own money. That does not make things better. What the fuck kind of logic are you... Anyway, I know you were very emotional. Okay, so you asked me to call in a bunch of times. I'm getting sick of it, right? Because I know something's weird about you. But I still, you know, I take it easy with you. I put on the kid gloves, and I don't want to argue with you. Because I know you want to argue. You want to argue and tell me God's fake and all this stuff. That's fine if that's your opinion. Okay? But I can make general, you know, you don't have to be a white knight, bro. The same people you're white knighting for do not respect you. They disrespected you so bad that they just come in and take your shoes? How many pairs? And did they just do this in front of you and not whoop your ass? Like, they're like, bro, we don't even have to beat this kid up. We could just walk out. How about this? We'll tell him we're just trying his shoes on. We'll be right back. Like, can I try your bike? Oh, sure, here's my bike. Is he coming back with my bike? No, it don't look like it. Are they going to bring my shoes back? No, but what were you going to do? I mean, they were just going to whoop your ass. I mean, at least they didn't respect you enough not to beat you up. So that's a good thing, in a way. Not really, but... And then I'm like, you know what, bro? Fuck you, bro. This is why you're going to be miserable. You haven't fucking fucked a girl in 3 years. That's a little strange, bro. And you know what? I fuck around with him, and I try to give him little tips and shit, blah, blah, blah. But here's a tip, Matt. When I say I want to come to Boston and break your nose because you're acting like a bitch, not even break your nose. I wouldn't even want to break your nose. But I'd punch you in the head somewhere where it wouldn't do severe damage. Maybe a stomach gut check. You need one. Every man does. I've needed one along my life, and it did me good. I didn't run off at the mouth. And you know what you said to me? You said, well, that's not even fair. I'm not even in your weight class. What? Hold the fuck up, bro. Could you imagine if a girl who even, like, found Matt attractive, like, was listening? She'd be like, oh my God, I can't go out with this guy. He won't even fight. Like, you know women think that shit deep down, bro. You know they don't respect that. When you're sitting there saying you won't fight me, you know what I would have respected? If you would have said, fuck you, bro. I'll fucking tear your ear off, or I don't know, I'll stab you. Or I'll blow your motherfucking head off if you try to come around me, motherfucker. You want to keep that? You like you having your head? You like not having a bullet go through your motherfucking eye? Come on over. Come on over, motherfucker. You'd be slumped in a fucking gutter. Or in a garbage can. Or in a fucking river. Come on down. I'd live for this. But no, you say, oh, you're 150 pounds. I'm 150 pounds soaking wet. You ain't never gonna get no bitches like that, Matt. And I'm saying this because I know you were running off at the mouth like you were 250 pounds on the internet. You sure were talking tough, but then when it came down to it, what is it with you millennials? What is it with you? Start fighting. Then you can talk all the shit you want, because Lord knows these kids, they love to talk about each other because they feel insecure or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I only do it when people talk about me. And people feel like I'm so cocky and shit. I'm not. But they have that. I have that vibe, and then people don't like me because of it, and then they talk shit to me, and now I gotta go crazy and want to kill you. And then realize you're never gonna fight me. So what the fuck am I even wanting to fantasizing about pushing your nose to your side of your face for it? But Matt, that's weak, bro. And then Matt, you're like, oh, I got an Asian girlfriend with a car that's souped up. All of a sudden, because I call him out on his no pussy in 3 years, he's got an Asian girlfriend with a souped up ride more souped up than his that he gets to drive when she's not driving it or something. Doesn't that sound like your perfect fantasy lie? Or like, bro, just because you watch Asian porn and you're into souped up cars doesn't mean you get to like lie to us about having an Asian girlfriend with a souped up car. It's so stupid. You lie. And then you said a few lies about me. I could watch the video and go over it, but I'm not going to. But this is just off memory. And I was really nice. Tried to be patient with you, Matt. Like I do, I'm patient with you. I'm patient with you, and I try to bring ideas to your show. I'm being real right now, Matt. I try to bring ideas to your show. I know I play the fool. I know. It's fun. Okay? But I'm not hurtful. What I said was not hurtful. Nor am I anybody who feels any type of way about anybody for any other reason than their... Matter of fact, isn't it white people that get judged for being, privileged? Oh, how come we can make jokes about white people, Matt? There's a double standard, and that's what I'm looking to expose. I kind of thought you got it, that I'm trying to expose the hypocrisy and the double standard in things, how it's okay to make fun of white people, but then stupid white faggots jump on your back if anybody says a joke about black people, and black people, meanwhile, will probably think it's funny. But no, the little faggot white guy who's like, oh, how dare you? Have you ever seen that Howard Stern episode where the white girl's a prostitute, and they're like, oh, you fuck a lot of black guys, don't you? You like black dick, don't you? And she starts crying, and she's like, that's racist. He's like, doesn't your pimp who's black like beat the shit out of you? You just admitted that to us. She's like, yeah, but you're saying I fuck black guys. They're like, you do fuck black guys. She's like, yeah, but you're saying it weird or mean or not PC. Howard Stern's like, I'm the Jewish one, and we got this white trash prostitute calling me racist. Hey, communist Jews, I think this shit's gone a little too far. Okay? But then he succumbed to it. Probably always did. With Marcy Turk. The Young Turks, the Jews who were in Turkey that killed all the Albanian Christians. Yeah. Where's their Remembrance Day? Nobody cares about that. Matter of fact, you can name a TV show about it that hates America and American values and name it after a genocidal group that killed Armenian Christians. That's what I'm talking about, Matt. The hypocrisy. It's okay to kill us. You're white. Just like my uncle on Facebook. He's an SJW white guy that says all white people have privilege. He has a white son. Blonde, by the way. So you're teaching black people to hate white people now, and you got a white son. Oh, but wait, Matt and my uncle. When you get jumped by 3 black guys, I'm sure you could bring out that episode of Unbleached and play it for him on your iPhone and say, look, guys, look. I totally cucked and white knighted for you guys to somebody that you say I'm your actual friend. You cucked to them to be me to cuss at me over a non-fucking non-threatening, what is it? Over a not a bad joke. I was just telling a theory. You cuck the people who will rob your shoes and fucking think you're a dumb little cuck white hunky. Okay? No respect. How are white people supposed to respect you now? We can let it go because I know you're trying to play the PC politics. You think you're running like some big show on YouTube, Matt? Matt, you could have let me say my stupid theory, but no, you got to do this whole big fight thing because I was making you look like an asshole. How could I make you look like an asshole by what comes out of my mouth? And all you had to say is, I don't agree with any of that. But you go on this whole fucking thing, and it makes me sad for you, bro. I think you might have cried after the show. Honestly. You may have. You're soft, and that's okay. You're sensitive. That's okay. Alright, we're all sensitive at times. I am too. I'm trying to think when I was sensitive last. Can't even think of it. But I understand life is, there can be times that are very emotional. But I really got under your skin, and, honestly, you brought that on yourself, Bleach. Matt, you did that to yourself. What am I supposed to do now? Now what am I supposed to do? I can't say anything I want to say around you because you're fucking gonna white knight. You're gonna be, and it's not hateful, and I'm not hateful, and you show the lack of wisdom you have just by the way you talk, like you know everything. Many wiser men than you know that a lot of wisdom is derived from the Bible, and a lot of you're not wise. You're young. You don't know. It seems like you don't know anything. A lot of people couldn't respect a man. You couldn't even be a Freemason. You couldn't be a lot of men would look at you. The communists would look at you. Joseph Stalin. They'd be like, oh, this motherfucker's white knighting because his comrade David told a joke about evolution. Oh, yeah. We don't respect him at all. If Matt were the leader of a country, or say Matt was the president of the United States, and I was vice president, and Joseph Stalin heard that Matt had freaked out on me publicly about a little joke I made about that and white knighted and cucked, he'd be like, oh yeah, America's doomed. I mean, we already were, but they would just laugh at him. And then Joseph Stalin would say, hey, David Welch said he wanted to break his nose, and he said, it's not a fair fight because he's 150 pounds. Joseph Stalin would have been like, I'll hire somebody to kill you. You don't cuck yourself or whatever. You don't bow down and bitch out like that. I understand you haven't been in rough situations. But motherfuckers would eat your fucking shit in front of you. They would take your you got your shit took. Bro, come to my hood, you get your shit took, is the saying? They came in your house pretending to be your friend, and they took your shit, Matt. Stop acting like you know everything because you could say it from the comfort of your little YouTube podcast. In real life situations, I do not trust you to fight. You can't be on the team, bro. You can't roll with me. You can't even handle liquor. At 29? What kind of a fucking man says I can't drink no more? A, you, or B, guys whose wives don't let them or some shit. And they've totally cucked out to their wife. And you're not even married. You don't even have a girlfriend telling you not to. Oh my God. Dude, and I never wanted to say these things to you, but I want you to know them. And I wouldn't even make this video if I didn't think you were kind of like a good kid. You know? I don't think you're a mean kid. I think you're kind of like a dorky kind of kid, you know? But I like you nonetheless. So there you go. I did my best. But you're another one, Brad. You're another one of these people who just ain't a man yet or something. No faith in the Lord. I mean, you think that's cool? Because the internet tells you that? Listen, buddy. They want you to be a single, alone taxpayer, which you are, who doesn't believe in God and who sticks up for people when somebody just makes a little joke, okay? So, this has been a Dave Welsh Productions. Dave Welsh Crazy Dave Welsh Productions. Dave Welsh Crazy. Ask your old lady if that bitch pregnant. It's probably my baby. Matt, if your bitch is pregnant, it's probably my baby. And you think the people you stuck up for wouldn't just run a train on your bitch? And you paid Jarva to get her car out of tow. This dude Matt paid for Jarva's car to get out of tow. And I say to him, I'm just joking, by the way. I say, hey, Matt, we know you're kind of a fag for that. Did you at least get some? I'm thinking at least he got some head, right? Nothing. I'm like, bro, you don't get a bitch's car to the tote unless you're fucking her. Who does that shit? Oh, like, yeah, let me just get everybody's car to the tow because they call in. Something ain't... I'm trying to help you, bro. But you know every motherfucking thing. You got 2 ears and 1 motherfucking mouth. And you don't want to listen because you know everything. That's the problem. Even bro, I call into your show and you talk over me. You have 4 hours in which to talk. Say whatever you want. I call in just to talk to you, bro. And you get mad because I'm talking too much. But you're the one who asked me to call in. All these things I'm saying are true. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, you call me, or oh, you want me to call them. It was a mutual thing. Like, I like to fuck around with you. You know? I thought you were kind of a regular guy, like the girl who you got her car towed out like a cuck. Bro, next time, you get the pussy up front, and then you get the bitch's car out. Are you slow? Nobody's gonna respect you, and a bitch is definitely gonna friend zone you right there. Oh, he got my car out, and he don't even want no pussy. Why ain't he more aggressive? Maybe he's gay? Possibly, but I'm not gonna just give him the pussy. Girls ain't gonna just say, here's the pussy because you got my car out. They're gonna be like, all right, I'm kind of tired, got a headache, good night. You gotta push up on the bitch, or you gotta get the pussy first. And then you get mad because I say that. But a normal girl's not gonna respect you. You're gonna be in the friend zone, especially when you go around saying, I'm 150 pounds soaking wet. It's not even fair for us to fight. That's going to make your girl want to suck my dick. That's all that's going to do. You got to understand, there's nature, bro. Just like my little joke of the jungle, natural habitats. A woman's natural habitat is to be your girl. I know it's 2020 and the internet got you all fucked up. But no, the internet does not supersede human nature. Okay? That's what you need to know. And run off at the mouth on the internet. It doesn't matter if, like we said about that person and your mom. That dude you said Jimmer called your mom and fucked with your mom. He runs his mouth on the internet with that tough shit. Bro, it's going to come around. You're going to have to put your money where your mouth is. You're going to. Okay? And I didn't start talking shit to you. You started talking shit to me about my innocent joke, so... I know you said sorry, but it's just because I don't even know what to make of you. You want to fight. Is it all about content? You want to say I'm your friend, but it seems like all bullshit. You know? I don't know. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of these people. All right.